Round of applause here for the team. Okay, we did a pretty bad to the bone job on this. This right here is OB33, and you're watching the OB33 official overview video. Let's get into it. This is sick. All right, so the first thing first is usually you guys know what I do. I start with the more boring stuff first. That would be the trailer. So right here is a 2025 25-foot low-trail gooseneck. Obviously not factory to an extent. So what you're seeing here on the side of the trailer is a stone gray accent. It's actually painted, and you're seeing this glossy black that kind of looks factory. If you look in the light, it's actually a gate black. So it's factory Ford metallic black. It's not Low Trail's powder coat gloss black. It's a custom painted black, which is kind of ridiculous, but we do go over the top here and we can't help it. We want everything to match. And then we have the 14K GVWR of the trailer, 7,000 pound axles, we got 2 of them, and the rubberized deck. And past that, the trailer's bone clean. It's just a paint job and rubberized decking for an option from Low Trail. Low Trail is our official trailer manufacturer sponsor for the entire company, so we love Low Trail. You guys are the best. We've been repping them since day one, and none but quality, man. So this thing, I can promise you can abuse it, you can use it, and it's not gonna break on you. Anyways, let's go to the machine because I can't stop looking at it. I really can't. Okay, so obviously we're talking about the skid steer now. This right here is a 2017 John Deere 317G, and as you can tell, it's not yellow and gray. It is obviously paint matched to the trailer and to the truck, a gate black and stone gray. And the coolest thing about this is I actually have a lot of personal experience with this machine, so picking a 317 was very easy for me to do. These machines are very nimble. They're a little lower on horsepower. I'm not gonna lie, they're like 48 something horsepower, I think, 47, 48. A little lower in the horsepower, but the way these things work, it's very like snappy. So I'm a big fan of this in the construction industry where I came from. Just the machine was very good for me, right? It ran hammers very well. It can pick up some slabs really easily, the dump heights, but that's like not what I'm here to talk about, okay? What I'm talking about is the paint match and the paint work on the machine. It's very extensive. If you know these machines very well, none of this looks like this at all. Like, this is a lot of work. So all up here in the back of the cab has been painted stone gray to match the back door and the back hatch, and everything just flows very well. And then the outside arms are that gate black. There's a little blue flake inside the black. It's kind of hard to see, not in the daylight. We're in the shop right now, obviously, but when you take it outside, this thing sparkles and shines like crazy. Even to the extent of throwing stone gray on random accent pieces like this little light cover and the weights down here. Pretty sweet, man, not gonna lie to you. John Deere logos and stickers are all custom. Even the 317G and the John Deere logo are stone gray as well, paint matched, and the cab as well. Tinted, there it is, dude. The machine is paint matched and looks very, very, very pretty. Let's move on to the truck, huh? Ready for the truck? Let's do it. Now we're on to the truck, baby. The biggest piece to the puzzle. This right here is a 2023 F350 King Ranch, and there's a lot of work done on this thing. Please, Mitch, throw up a stock King Ranch dually. Just show them what a stock one looks like.
Ew! Dude! What the f?
What you just saw looks nothing like this. That'd be because this thing is lifted on big wheels and tires and fully paint matched. So front end, right? On a standard 350 King Ranch, most of this is chrome, like almost all of it. Now it's not chrome. It's all paint matte, a gate black, and then the stone gray. And actually, fun fact, this is not a factory color on technicality. This stone gray is technically a custom color because we had a mishap. When we painted the trailer machine, it was a tad shade darker, and to find out why that was, there's actually 13 different stone gray color codes, and we had one shade too high, so the thing didn't match. So we actually made our own because that trailer and machine counter was not a Ford color. Well, it's a Ford color, but it's not really a Ford color, it's a shade darker. So this bumper and all the paint match on the truck is all a custom color. Saying that, kind of cool. Going back to the grill though, the grill has been custom painted in gate black. The surround a gate black. Obviously the badging is custom paint worked, so we have the stone gray, a gate black in there. Coming down to the bumper step, it's paint matched. Bumper itself is that custom stone gray color. Toe hooks are factory. The innards over here of the bumper and the fascia is all paint matched as well. And it comes to the fog light. Fog light bezel is obviously stone gray with the inside of it being paint matched gloss black. And when I say, why I'm saying this stuff too, if you guys don't know, is paint matching is not very easy. So when you're seeing paint work on this, it's not like, oh, just spray it. This is like textured plastic. So when you feel like on the bedside of a truck, and actually I can show them later. The bed sides of the truck, it's called texturized plastic. That stuff is rough. Like you have to go in there, sand it out, put Bondo on it, sand that Bondo out again, put filler, sand it down, and make it very smooth, and then you spray your paint on top of it, and your primer and then just paint. A lot of body work's involved to actually making these pieces polished looking, like actually a finished piece. When I mentioned the paint match pieces, understand guys how much money we're putting into this truck. This paint match work is tens of thousands of dollars. So very, very cool to know. But that's it for the bumper. The headlights as well have been opened up and sprayed black inside of there. And I mean, these new 23s are kind of hard to paint match. Like you guys can look at OB31. Those headlights on that Ford are a lot more vibrant. You can really tell we painted them. These you really can't tell, but we did open these up. So those are painted black as well. I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. You know, these 23 front ends are kind of hard to make look really, 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 you know, aggressive. And I think we did a pretty good job of it. So there's the front end of the truck, you know, all paint matched. And that's a lot of money up there, and it looks freaking sweet. Top down, obviously, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the Own Boss Supply Co. Chrome bullet antenna. That thing can actually literally win you this entire setup plus $20,000 cash. And it's happened before. We've had previous winners buy a bullet antenna and win an entire setup. So, I'm not gonna talk about it for too long, but it's pretty badass. And it's universal, it fits on most trucks. King Ranch logo has been painted inside of it, so that little detail behind it, that stone gray paintwork, and then we left the King Ranch itself chrome to match the wheels. Going from the paint match to the suspension. 5-inch BDS lift kit with radius arms and a Fox 2.0 shock. The BDS kits for us have been very good. You guys have seemed to like them. They're very reliable. And we've been rocking with BDS for 3 years now. So shout out to BDS. You guys make great products. And if I were you guys, they have an engineering team that designs these kits so well. It's almost like a factory lifted truck. Kind of cool. So anyways, going from that, we are going to the wheel and tire setup. This is a 26-inch American Force wheel on a 37-inch tire. And yes, 26s are massive, but when you have a 5-inch lifted truck, they don't look that terrible. And it's pretty bad to the bone, actually, if you ask me. It's kind of a new thing, just saying. Obviously, they're polished. A little more maintenance on the back end when you actually win this, but I think it's worth it on this. I mean, look at this thing, it's crazy looking. And when I say the 5-inch kit, I'm like, not emphasizing how big this truck really is. I mean, literally 26-inch wheels. Like, okay, look, I'm not super tall. I'm not like the tallest kind of. I'm also not a midget. I mean, what am I, Steve? 5'9" probably? 5'9"? Maybe 5'10" with the boots on. Like, come on, dude. The mirror is taller than me. Steve, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4", and it's like.
All right, you're 6'4"? Yeah. Okay, look, ready? You're 6'4"? Look at this guy. 6'4". Truck's taller than him. The truck's way taller than you too. Yeah, brother, what's up? Gives the people some insight of how big this truck really is. Definitely probably one of the tallest trucks we've ever given away. And since we're talking about it, I might as well actually talk about it, right? So here is the factory forward mirror. Obviously, they don't come gloss black. They do come black, but they're that texturized plastic. Mitch, please show them what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that? To get this look is not that easy. You have to go in there. These mirrors have probably taken, I don't even know how many hours, 5 to 10 hours each. That's a lot of work to prep a mirror to paint it like this. So we do have the mirror completely murdered out, and then the switchbacks over here, the factory OEM switchbacks, have been painted. They have been painted around with a little line through them to look really, really cool. So I turned the truck on for that, but coming down to the side of the truck. So like I said earlier, this entire portion of the truck is technically, off technicality, a custom painted truck. You can't recreate this. You can, but you know, can't buy it. This paintwork in here as well on the Power Stroke badge. This is a high output. So from factory, this 6.7 will be red, but we painted over it. High output motor, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Own Boss Supply Co. logos on the bottom. Come through, factory, and then you have your bed step on the side for the new 23s that Ford introduced last year. We have the bed step, so it's kind of cool. We did paint the actual step to match, so I'm assuming if you actually use your truck, eventually you'll need to repaint this, but it looks cool, so we did it. This thing has been paint matched, like I said. That's paint matched as well. I'm gonna just walk underneath the gigantic gooseneck. I mean, this is crazy. I always make jokes like, oh, I'm too short for this now. I would hunch over, like I'm literally full sanding. So starting the back of the truck, I finally can reference something I've been talking about the whole time. I've been talking about and blaring about this paintwork, right? This is what I mean. So if you come back here and look, this is what I'm talking about right here. This plastic is texturized. This is factory OEM. You can hear it, right? It looks, you can see it. It looks texturized. Look at the top. You can tell there's an actual difference on the smoothness of the texture, right? This is durable, of course, from the factory. Everything from OEM is probably more durable, probably better for the most part, but it doesn't look good at all, okay? This handle right here matched this. What we did is we did the same thing like every other piece of paintwork I talked about is we grabbed that part off, pulled it off the truck, paint matched that, paint matches under handle right here. This is also 2 separate pieces, so these are both painted. And then we came down, this giant plaque right here from factory is a gigantic piece of like chrome. Mitch, please throw them a picture and show them like what it looks like from factory. Obviously not a factory brand now. This gigantic piece, sprayed a gate black, and then inside of it, like, oh nice, they sprayed it black and they left it chrome. No, this is stone gray in here. So we taped everything off and sprayed stone gray in there as well. And it came up with a great paint matched 2-tone rear end. A lot of work just up here. Like this is days of work. Sounds like it's not, but it is. Coming down to the badges, down here, Ford badge, same thing, stone gray, gate black, put it back on the truck, and the bumper. So this is a controversial one. A lot of people don't like painting the bumper step covers. This thing right here, this little actual cover. This is a cover, obviously, if you break yours, you can just pull it off and order a new part from Ford, so they make these replaceable. But people don't like spraying these because 1, they're kind of slippery. You know, we're literally sanding out the texture on it. And 2, they, you know, it's a wearable item. You're stepping out to get in your truck, but eventually you have enough steps, it's gonna wear out. But it looks freaking sick. So that's been painted as well. Same thing, the whole thing, sprayed, sanded, bondoed, the whole 9 yards. Inside the bumper cover for the lights, same thing, sprayed as well. So a lot of details. The trailer covers, the trailer plug covers, your lock for your spare tire cover. I mean, we did do it. If you go over here, the new Ford 2023 and newer bumper step thing, inside a gate black and the outside has been sprayed to match the custom gray color. And then, oh yeah, geez, I almost forgot, dude, the taillights. Taillights are not tinted, these are sprayed. It's actual paint. It's not just like VHT tint stuff, it's actual paintwork. We put a tape line around this obviously and painted over that and sprayed it so it's a custom painted taillight. And the whole rear end of the truck is just crazy. Like if you get a rear shot of this thing, it just looks freaking crazy. Mentioning a feature that is not obviously installed by us, one of my favorite things Ford does is this. Check this out, hold on, ready? Dude, so sick. Boom, your automatic tailgate, and then you obviously have the famous Ford step. Come out here, boom, pull it out, boom. You're gonna need this too, because like being serious, not the easiest truck to get into, even with the footsteps. It's really not. Even up here, it's just still quite the step. Big fan of it. And unlike the GMC one, you don't smash your tailgate into the back of a hitch. I owned a Ford product that had a automatic tailgate, and it's really like, you know, that's another thing to break. That's another piece of crap item for a truck to be broken with. But like, it's a new truck. It's not gonna break on you for a long time. If it does, it has warranty. And the best part is, it's freaking convenient. But the thing is, like when I used it, I would throw myself in there like that, make a whole big ordeal because my hands are full of shit, and then I would do this. Exactly what I do to a T. Ready? Because unfortunately for me, I'm super spazzy, and I'm like that. Maybe you guys are like me, but like being a spaz is kind of one of those problems. I'm not gonna ramble for 10 minutes about the tailgate, but things sweet. So another feature too, I forgot to mention, auto side steps. Obviously, any high trim Ford has it, but before I mention it. I think I talked about pretty much everything. This truck does not have airbags, does not need them. Saying that, let's go inside the interior and talk about everything that the truck has as an option and a feature. I think really we talked about most of the exterior though. I mean, that's most of the stuff, I feel like. The King Ranch is cool because even in a Platinum or Limited, you don't get this blocking. So like this says King Ranch. I mean, it makes it feel special. A higher trim truck, you don't get this type of stuff. So very cool. And then obviously the colorways. So this is called, I believe, Java leather. So I was right. Java interior, which is basically just the brown. The King Ranch has a lot of cool features though that I like. Are very, oh, that's crushed that in there. You have this beautiful brown dark leather interior with the lighter brown piping going along the whole inside of it. And then you have the brushed aluminum look. So coming over here to the steering wheel. So let's turn this thing on. There's the animation for you. Boom. There you go. The first unique thing would be the steering wheel. It's not really coming through on camera. There it is. The lighting's a little dark in here. The color of the steering wheel matches the color of the trim up here, which is brown, which in every other truck I've ever been in is like silver or gray or black. And this just looks so, it just looks so sweet inside here. It's a very nice looking interior. And there you go. You have your heads up display. Let me show that. You have your third speaker up there, and then coming down the dash is this really unique, like the actual ranch from the King Ranch inscribed right there. So sick. And then you have your little King Ranch logos on the dash, which every other truck does not have something that cool. Like I wish Platinums and stuff had that on it, but it doesn't. So the branding of the King Ranch, like really, in my opinion, feels way more special than even a Limited. You have your new sync system in here. So you have wireless CarPlay, Bluetooth. You have a bunch of different apps. You have navigation in here, which is sweet. And you have a multi-screen over here, so you can have like your audio up, and you can have your maps over here, for example, or your bed camera, which you can see, showing the gooseneck, which is really actually kind of cool. This is also equipped with Pro Trailer Backup, which I don't know whoever would use, but I've never used that actually, but it's there. Exhaust brake, cameras button, your parking sensors, hazard, traction control, and hill descent control. Trailer brakes over here, your drive mode selector, actually really cool. When you click this, it shows you all your different drive modes. So you have like off-road and rain and normal mode, towing mode, and eco. That's in there. Everything changes with the display. Super cool. USB, USB-C. This covers up with a nice little wood grain texture with the logo in there as well. Super nice. And then you have your wireless charger and everything. Put your 20 grand over there. You can slide this over for more room. Huge deep center console for all the storage you'd ever need. Firearms or cash. You have all your auxiliary switches up here. You have a full panel sunroof. Click of a button, you can open and close your sunroof. Then you have your controls over here, like every other Ford. You can turn your spotlights on, your mirrors, if you want to turn those on. You can turn your plug on in the back right there. Pops up. It's like the Pro Power thing. Drop your tailgate from in here. So I opened it. And now if I click this again, it should close it. All the features you'd expect in a brand new $96,000 truck. Down here you have your spotlight. This is basically all your lighting controls. So you can adjust the foot controls in this truck as well. Like it's pretty standard for Ford. Your e-brake, unfortunately there's no manual brakes anymore. And for the dash in the front of the truck, that's a lot of it, man. Have your logos everywhere, the door panels, and the color scheme is basically the difference with the King Ranch. The King Ranch it's just my opinion, like the best colorway. Like you can't really, I don't know how you're being, it just looks so sick. Like it's just a very good colorway. Even the door handles, even your seatbelts are brown. These seats are also super adjustable and super comfortable. I have a little rest right there. Pull it forward and you can also move that as well. There's also speakers in the headrest. So saying that, man, here is the interior, and yeah, let's go back out to the exterior. Everything's super sick. Well, guys, you just saw the entire overview of OB33, the absolute beast, beautiful King Ranch, the 25-foot trailer, and the John Deere 317G. And yes, it's a giveaway. Yes, you can win it right now. And if you want to win this, you simply go to ownbosscycle.com. You pick up any product on the website, like that bullet antenna, this hoodie. There's hats, there's tools, there's random things. Anything you buy could potentially win you this setup plus 20K in cash. And if you want to win this, that's what you got to do right now, man. So saying that, guys, I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to our channel, like our content, comment down below, and let us know what you want us to give away next. Saying that, guys, peace out. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Good luck. Get entered.